I'm Lily and I worked at Chipotle for 1.5 years, and I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to ace your Chipotle interview. I know you can do it. I'm here to help you because I worked there for 1.5 years. I gave interviews, I had my own interview, like they interviewed me. Welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're here for the not first time, welcome as well. Thanks for coming. I'm happy that you're here. I'm going to teach you the ins and outs of Chipotle interviews and tell you why you shouldn't be so nervous because it's really a chill thing. First of all, I'm going to give you a little backstory about my Chipotle interview. So mine was a little different because the lady who was hiring actually knew me because I worked at a smoothie place that she frequented often. I was very nice to her all the time. She was so friendly, so when people are friendly to me, I'm really friendly back to them. So anyway, she decided, yeah, we're gonna hire her. So basically she told the person who interviewed me, hey, hire her no matter what. So he kind of just asked me what my availability was and said, hey, you can start whenever. But a normal interview doesn't really go like that, and it probably shouldn't go like that because I could have been crazy, they don't even know. So I have some tips about how to get hired, how to impress the person, and they're basically the same as all interviews, but it's also a little different because at Chipotle, they want to get to know you more as a person because they want to have a cohesive work environment. I guess every place does too, but this is just my experience with Chipotle interviews specifically. To let you know, I didn't come up with this information by myself. It's information that I got from 2 different general managers that I have worked with in the past who do interviews all the time. And I had to do some interviews, I asked people some things, but I never did the hiring specifically. So this is what some hiring managers told me. So the first thing is to dress nice. I know it's for a food service job and you might just be thinking of it as just a job to get you through until your next job, but you always want to dress nice, make a good impression. You want the person who's hiring you to be excited about hiring you. We had people come in from wearing bow ties, or somebody came in wearing sweatpants once to an interview, and they're more excited about the person who's wearing a bow tie because they're like, man, even though it's a food service job, it's very important to them to look nice and to be enthusiastic about this job even if it's not their forever job. So I went in there, I wore a dress, I looked nice, I was ready for the interview. I think any interview you go to, you should always try to put the best foot forward by just looking nice. A very important thing that I've seen people not get hired because they weren't doing this is to be energetic and speak clearly. You're working at this job and you're going to be talking over the counter to people all the time. There's loud music, there's a lot of things going on. You just need to be able to be heard. If you're talking like this in the interview, they're not going to hire you because nobody's going to be able to hear you if you're working the line or if you're running grill or if whatever you're doing at Chipotle, you need to have a voice that's going to be heard. Dress nice, look presentable, be energetic and loud and kind, and be engaging. Those are the important traits you should have during this interview, but here are a few questions. You shouldn't overthink the questions that they are asking you. Because for example, my one manager used to always ask, if you could be anything in the world besides a human being, what would you be? People would sit there stressed out answering this question like, what does this mean? Is there a deeper meaning behind it? But really, she was just trying to make conversation with you. So my answer would be, I would be a bird because then I could fly anywhere I want at any time because I want the freedom. And that's not going to be like a judgment based on like, oh, she wants to be a bird, she's not going to get hired. It's just kind of more of showing your creativity and ways to go with the flow. Like it shows that you're not afraid to just like be silly for a minute. I also don't actually know if that's the reason why she asks it, to see if you can go with the flow, but I feel like if I was going to ask that question, that's why I would ask that. My one manager would always ask people, what strengths do you bring to the team? So I would just say that you are good at teamwork, you're good at learning new things. Those are the things that I think I'm good at, so I think those are things that you could also bring to the team. Or think of things that at Chipotle they might want, like I'm good at learning how to make recipes, I'm good at following directions, I'm good at talking to people, I'm good at customer service. Just think of things that you could be good at Chipotle and then say those are your strengths. I mean, I think that's very basic for any job interview, but just giving you guys tips. Ooh, why do I do this with my hands when I can't think of what I'm saying? Look at this. I don't know why I do this. So I asked 2 different managers and they both said that they asked the question, what are you passionate about? So be prepared to answer that question. I don't really know what I'm passionate about. I guess I'm passionate about helping others and I'm passionate about learning new things. So that would be helpful for working at Chipotle. But I'm also passionate about driving cars. That doesn't advance you at Chipotle. So think of things that you are passionate about that also could be good traits at Chipotle. Another thing that they ask is where you have room for improvement. And I think that's important to know about yourself, that you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So know where you can make improvements to become a better employee, a better person in general, and be able to admit to that, because if you think that you're perfect, you're probably not going to be a good fit at Chipotle because you'll probably make mistakes and people will get frustrated with you, and if you think you're perfect, you're not going to accept that. So just think of things that you could work on and things that you're trying to work on. It's not a bad thing that you need improvement. Everybody does. But just be aware that that might be a question that they're going to ask you. And then the last question that I was told that they ask sometimes is, what is your idea of customer service? We've all experienced bad customer service, and we've all experienced probably exceptional customer service, so they want to know what you think customer service is. I would say that customer service is making the customer's experience the best experience they've had all day, smiling at them when they come in, greeting them and being friendly, and helping them get through the line as quickly as possible. Customer service is about prompt service, but it's also about having a good experience during the service. So I think it's important to know what is good customer service in your mind and just in general, and that's going to help you in this Chipotle interview. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any more questions about Chipotle interviews or Chipotle in general, leave them in the comments below and I'd love to get back to you about them. Thanks for coming to my video. Have a great day. What's up? This llama cracks me up.